It's like 70 freaking. It's gonna be record highs today, man. What's up, Josh? 94. Working hands. Best Tech. Kyle. I hope everything works out, Best Tech. Hope you're doing good there, bud. Alright, so we wanted to do this, man. We wanted to take a look. Been wanting this for a while. Finally, I got it. What's up, Ariel? RJ Rails. What's up, buddy? So, yeah, she's awake. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that, Best Tech. Alright, so, in case this is like, I don't know, this has been out probably for like 2 months now. Again, you don't really see too much on it. There was a lot of buzz going on with with this half-inch mid-range impact wrench. Before it came out, it kind of came out, and you really haven't heard too much kind of about it. I'm getting it a little late, but there's not too much going on. So I'm excited. It's something that I really wanted to get and talk about. Hopefully, and I mean, the weather is absolutely amazing. It's like yesterday was it just smelt like almost like summer, man. It was crazy. So we got some real warm temperatures going on here in the Northeast, but hopefully we'll have a video later. Maybe we'll have a little lag bolt face off between this and the Milwaukee, and eventually we'll do it with the rigid. But let's take it out. We'll go over some of the specs, take a look at some of the features on it real quick. It's not a review. I got a couple projects coming up. We're getting ready for mowing season. Actually, today, I'm going to try to put a big barn door lock on the trailer, and if I can find time. So we'll be using it, and we got to get the mowers and everything ready. So we're going to use her like that to see what she's all about. But we'll have the review probably in the next week. But just the unboxing. Logan P, what's up? Ace Repair. Alright, so let's crack her open. I should have. You know what? I should have got my little tripod, man. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just. I'm sorry. So sorry. You can maybe see it better. Alrighty. Now this is the kit, guys, like I was saying there, DCF 894 HP2. Couple different ways to get this. Obviously, it's available as a bare tool. Not sure if it comes in a one battery kit. Usually these DeWalt impact wrenches, whether it be the high torque. Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Extreme Diagnostic. I don't know. I'm just opening it. Extreme Diagnostic for the first time. But usually they have kits with the impact wrenches and a couple other tools. Even the hammer drills and impact drivers. DeWalt, where they have a 2-tool combo kit. I mean, a 2-battery combo kit and a 1-battery. Obviously, we know there's a bare tool. So there's a bare tool and there's a 2-battery kit during the review. I'll check out, and if you guys know if it comes available in a 1-battery kit. But this is the 2-battery kit. It comes with 2 5-amp-hour batteries. And again, this is a half-inch. I'm just trying to see if we got it. Alright, there's all kinds of shipping stuff over there. So it's a half-inch anvil. This thing is secured like Fort freaking Knox, man. You got your protective plastic, and you got all kinds of tape. All right, so you got your patented DeWalt bag here. You know, do DeWalt make the best bags that come with these kits? I mean, that's up to you. Some people like them, some people don't. They're not bad. Way better than the rigid stuff, way better than the Ryobi stuff. But DeWalt is a premium brand. You know, when you compare it to the Milwaukee and the Makita, it's really just as good. But it's really up to you. Hey, Frankie, what's up, my brother? Getting ready for the draft, man. Tool Boss, he part of the blue. Yeah, brother. Working Hands, you making a video. Yeah, Working Hands does some good. He's finally got that camera straightened out. So yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday with that, actually, meeting VCG. A couple nice guys there, man. Hung out, shoot the shit a little bit. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad they came up. Alright, so again, this is the DeWalt brushless 20 volt max XR half-inch anvil mid-range impact wrench kit. 2 battery kit. So you got your instruction manual there for your battery charger and the tool. With this specific kit, you're going to get the DCB 115. All right, so that's pretty much like I was saying during the nail, their 16 gauge finish nailer. They seem to be putting the 15, the 115 pretty much in all these kits now. So that's actually pretty good. As you can see here, the 107. I mean, really, just a couple months ago, this was in some kits, because this really isn't that old. Maybe 9 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. But Milwaukee has a fast charger now. Yep, Milwaukee has had their rapid charger out for well over a year. All right, so like I said, you're going to get 2 5 amp hour batteries. These are the XR batteries. You know, we did a video the other day on the new compact 3 amp hour batteries that are coming out by DeWalt. That is awesome. I'm telling you, real game changer for the guys that are, you know, really slapping these 4 and 5 amp hour batteries on their impacts and their drill drivers and hammer drills. I mean, it's fine, but you know, to really have half the weight, because it's, you know, these 5 amp hour batteries are probably double the weight of that new 3 amp hour compact. You know, to make that tool just a little bit lighter for you, I mean, really awesome. And I think you're going to see a lot of these brands are going to start. You know, we talked about the Hitachi a lot. What's going on with their battery platform? Like, again, I say it all the time, since they bought Metabo, that was, I think, the main reason for that purchase. They're one of the best battery platforms out there, Metabo, and they made it work quick. And Hitachi's gaining a lot of wow, this thing is really small. Gaining a lot of leverage in the market. Very popular. You know, we talk about rigid kind of at Home Depot, becoming like, you know, well, real popular. Everyone wants rigid, lifetime warranty. You know, Hitachi's kind of taking that spot over at Lowe's a little bit. But let's get back to Mr. DeWalt here. All right, so, wow, this is nice. Yeah, the handle is very thick. It's a very wide handle. I mean, it's very small, but actually, I have the old 885 here. And to just give you a little size comparison. Now you remember this is a brushed 885 impact driver, but I mean, let me hit this. They really packed this really really nice here. They got this little cardboard sleeve on her also here. I mean, geez Louise. Precision. 150 foot-pounds. We'll go over the stats a little bit, but size-wise, I mean, you know, not that crazy, man. I mean, it's definitely a very small, and you got to remember the 885 is a real tiny impact driver. So, you know, very compact, and we'll put it up against, when I do the video later, when we do the shootout, you know, I think this is definitely smaller than the Milwaukee a little bit. But you got to remember, Milwaukee has significantly more power, but this is definitely a real compact mid-range impact wrench. Got some nice rubber overmolds here. Yeah, it's a beautiful tool. Yeah, again, you know, when I do these, this is my first time, you know, looking at it, you know, feeling it, using it, smelling it. It smells so good out of the bag there. Yeah, it's a little bit wide, Kyle, but not bad. Actually, since when I took that little cardboard off, it kind of made a little bit of a difference. But yeah, man, I mean, super light. Super compact. Wow, this is nice. All right, so you got some nice rubber overmolds here in all the important spots. You got it on the side here, obviously, when you lay it down on both sides. You got it going along the back. Now, you see this, you know, in that video, what I did with, obviously, they're not out yet, the new 3 amp hour compact battery. This looks exactly like that material. So, you know, I kind of said, and it looked to me like it was a rubber overmold on the bottom of the batteries, which I think is awesome. First time DeWalt is doing that with any of their batteries. I didn't know for sure. They didn't say anything in the spec sheet of it being rubber, but this looks like exactly like, I didn't know if it was plastic, but it looks just like this material here. So in the back, you got your rubber overmold all along the bottom here, and then it's kind of like this thicker. Yeah, exactly. No, 150. I thought you were leaving, Working Hands. 150 is in low mode, bro. So, that's low mode. So, this is much stronger than your Milwaukee there, Charlie. But real small, real compact. Hey, Terry, what's up? Ronnie the limo driver, looking for some cheese balls. What's up, Angel Cologne? What's up, man? So, let's slap a battery on her. Again, these are, we'll put on a little 2.0. We got to remember, guys, real quick, those three, I know I'm talking about it a lot, but I'm just really impressed with it. I mean, very, very similar to the size of their 2 amp hour batteries. Probably a little bit bigger. I mean, centimeters. Okay, but 3 amp hour. Again, that'd be a great battery for the impact wrench. Also, a 3 amp hour. I probably wouldn't go lower than a 3 amp hour on an impact wrench, but wow, real smooth. I mean, real smooth. All right, so we talked about it. You got that 1/2 inch anvil on it. This is the detent pin. No, this isn't the detent pin, but they do have a hole there. This is your hog anvil, as you can see right here. Real nice looking impact wrench, like I said. As you see, the light just went off. So you're probably looking at around a 10 to 15 second delay. DeWalt usually, with their light on their, you know, impact drivers, hammer drills, this is definitely probably around 15 seconds. Could be even 20 seconds, to be honest with you. But they tend to have a longer run time compared to the Milwaukees and the Makitas of the world. But real basic, you know, real simple. You got your low, and your high. So real simple. You got your low mode. Now this will give you 150 foot-pounds of torque. Okay. And this is, you know, they talk about the precision of this impact wrench. 150 foot-pounds on low, 330 max. So, guys, you know, the Milwaukee's a monster, okay? But 330 foot-pounds out of a impact wrench this size is tremendous, guys. You know, absolutely awesome. This is, I mean, this is giving you 150 foot-pounds. I mean, that is some silent freaking noise right there. We'll try to go over some of the specs. Again, not really a review, but we want to give you some of the goodies here. So, like I said, you got 2 speed settings. This is a 1/2 inch. It only comes available in a 1/2 inch. I was getting some comments about, you know, is it going to be available in a 3/8? And somebody even asked a 1/4 inch, and I said, you'll never, a 1/4 inch anvil cannot handle this type of torque, 330 foot-pounds. So, it weighs 3.48 pounds. Just the tool. So you put, the battery's going to kind of add to it. So, you know, you put a 5 amp hour battery on it, you're looking around probably 5 pounds. You know, you slap on that new compact, you're looking around 4.5. So, yep. Your load speed, again, in low, you got 0 to 900 RPM. I can't believe you're getting 900. I mean, you're getting 150 foot-pounds. 900 RPM. Wow. Okay. It could be actually that the battery's low. I mean, because that's... No, I got 2 bars in there. Yeah, that is really silent. You know, just a real comfortable, nice-looking impact wrench. Light is down here. You're seeing that a lot again, guys. I talk about it all the time. You got a belt clip, obviously, that comes with it. That's totally up to you. But, you know, probably 2 or 3 years ago, the big craze was putting the lights up top a little bit more towards the collet or the anvil or your chuck. They've gone down again. People had them up here. They kind of liked them. Then there was some shadow issues, so they kind of went back down with them. And I think I always liked it better down. I wouldn't want... Yeah, you don't want that, Logan. I wanted that impact from the moment I saw it. Yeah, man, you know, dude, a lot of people have been talking about it. There was such a huge buzz with this impact. And I just think this because there's so many new tools being released. I mean, so quickly. It's absolutely amazing. And I mean, you go on Instagram and your mind just gets blown on a daily basis with some of the stuff going out. But, you know, this is an impressive... I haven't seen one video on it, but, you know, we're obviously going to use it. I'm actually going to probably film a little bit with it today for the review video. But, yeah, I mean, it is... I mean, it's a small... Put to you this way. This is the 12 volt. Okay, this is the 12 volt Gen 1. Or it could be the... No, this is, excuse me. This is the Gen 2. So this is the Gen 2. Brand new. Just came out around a month ago. This is the 12 volt hammer drill. And as you can see, I mean, a 12 volt hammer drill up against a 20 volt, well, 18 volt, but 20 volt impact wrench. You know, it just really shows you how compact that DeWalt made this tool. I don't think they were really going after power. And DeWalt, with their impact wrenches, they don't really go after power. You know, I still got to do the video, guys. I got their brushless low range impact. Again, another tool that came out probably a year and a half ago. A lot of people don't even know it exists. A lot of people have the brushed version. Very popular, been out 5, 6, 7 years. I have it, did a video on it, love it. Has a lot of power. a lot of power, 150, but I mean, it really seems like it has a lot more than that. But, they came out with a brushless model finally of that brush version, like I said, probably a year and a half ago. And same specs. They didn't up it. They wanted to keep it compact. So, what DeWalt is probably trying to do here, which, kind of is smart, but, you know, you got three different choices if you're in a DeWalt platform. You got the brushless, low range, where you're going to get 150 max. All right. Very compact. You don't have any speed settings on it. Your basic low range impact wrench. Then you got your mid range. And, if you need more power, I mean, if you're going to need 400, 500, that's really a high torque. With the power of these tools lately, I mean, they're getting more power in a smaller footprint. It seems like, that's where the technology's going. But, you got choices. It ain't like they kind of left you in the dark. If you're in a rigid platform, or even if you're in Makita. I mean, Makita doesn't have a mid-range. They have their high torque, and they have, their compact. I think it does maybe 200. But, you got, for every different application that you might need, DeWalt kind of has you covered. So I think they wanted to keep this, more of a compact impact wrench more than competing with Milwaukee and their 600 foot-pounds. Now this is 3,100 IPM, which is pretty good. I believe the rigid is around 3,400 for their mid torque, and I think the Milwaukee's around 3,100. Might even be like 3,000. So, tool length is 6.95 inches. Again, low 0 to 900 RPM, high 0 to 2,000. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. There's a couple different, you got your 3-year warranty, your 1 year free service, and of course you got your 90-day money back guarantee. You don't like it, you use it. Maybe it didn't have enough power for you, whatever. That's probably one of the best things about going with DeWalt is, I mean, it ain't like it's a 30-day. I mean, they let you really try it out, and if it's not working out for you after 3 months, I mean, I think that's actually overkill. So really awesome by DeWalt for doing that. But yeah, so it's a real nice tool. It's a beefy, lightweight, 3.5 pounds. Plenty of pop. Again, you have to look at it at a common sense level. If you take these tools and, you're a DeWalt fan, so to speak, and if you're just going after raw numbers all the time, I talk about all the time, oh, this tool's better. Oh, yeah, you should have went with this tool because it has 1,900 inch-pounds, and that one had 1,800. I mean, it doesn't make the tool better because it has a little bit more power. You have to always outweigh the pros and the cons, but for the size of this, that's the main selling point of this. I mean, again, and it's probably not that much smaller than the Milwaukee, but I can tell you weight-wise, I mean, it's a pretty noticeable difference. Going up against a 12-volt tool, I mean, it's smaller than the 12-volt freaking tool here. So it's a compact little beast. But I think they did a great job with it. Again, just comfortable. You got your rubber overmolds, like I said. You got your 1/2 inch anvil on it. Your speed settings are on the bottom. You got your spot here for your belt clip. It's pretty basic, guys. You got your light on the bottom. There's not a lot of, I actually like this better, to be honest with you. With some of these tools, you kind of have to we'll talk about, if I had the new Milwaukee. And I had an issue with it. You saw when we kind of did that torture test. I, and it's still really not working 100%. I mean, you really have to press on it. But, I like this. Just, there's really nothing that can really go wrong. Just your little shifters to the side. Sometimes these companies get a little bit fancy where you're pressing buttons and just stuff can get in there and it can just lead. Looks like the DeWalt. Yeah, they've been stepping up their game for a while, Frankie. I've been impressed with since the Flex Volt stuff has come out. But the Flex Volt, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I don't know what that was, but but since the Flex Volt stuff came out, a lot of people thought they were just going to go all Flex Volt. And as you've seen since that premiered, the Flex Volt stuff, I mean, they've been really hitting just their 20 volt stuff really hard. They got new batteries out. They got their new Tool Connect. Just a whole bunch of new. They got sockets that they're coming out with, mid-range impact wrenches. They got that. What else they got? I believe they came out with their new nailers. Just really getting aggressive. So, yeah, real happy. I'm really excited to be using this. To check this sucker out and see what it can do. So we'll be around, and I don't know. I plan on maybe doing it today with the Milwaukee. I might do it with the Rigid. I don't know, but probably the Milwaukee. So we'll have a little face-off and see how she does. They don't really tell you. Now, the 330 foot-pounds, usually that's nut busting. They kind of rate it to the kind of highest. It could be tightening though. So, yeah, exactly. We don't know. We haven't really looked into it. Again, this is really just an unboxing, guys, just to really take a look at the tool. This in a tool bag, I mean, it takes up just such a small footprint. And not only that it's compact, it's just so freaking light. But yeah, I know Klein came out with some new power tools using DeWalt. Yep. Use it on Dodge Ram. You got it, man. We will. So, yeah. So, we'll have something go on later with it. I know you guys like those face-offs. We'll get some footage on it today. But that's about it, guys. Any comments or questions? Under 30 minutes, man. That is the bomb. Very happy about that. But yeah, no, that was awesome yesterday, guys. Yep. No, we had fun for sure. Sean Perry Benjamin, the man. I'm gonna start calling. I have to use Sean Berry Benjamin. That's his name. It works. It rolls off my tongue so much better. So, but did a great job. They had a big turnout. Yeah, check it out. I believe it's $189 bare tool. Kit wise, I think this particular kit is $399 with the 2.5 amp hour batteries. If I see a deal on it, believe me, it'll be up as soon as it goes up. And I appreciate you guys, giving me heads up. A lot of you guys have been, yeah, he's cool, man. Yeah, he likes you, 94 GT. Sean Berry Benjamin. Sean Berry Berryman. Oh, we got to get some of his name right. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you guys, some Swamp Fox picks gave me that heads up on that $35 2.5 ton jack. Again, might not work for a lot of you, but it might work for some of you. So I appreciate that. Because I can't find every great deal, but so that's why when you guys come and comment, it's awesome, because then I can tell the masses. But this is the DeWalt 20 volt XR brushless. 1/2 inch mid-range impact wrench. And we're going to call her the DC F894H. Killer, killer. Thank you, 94. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Junkie slip.